Hello and welcome to episode 8 of our Orlghelovar campaign. At the end of the last episode, we discovered a terrible, horrific thing. The mission tree requires us to leave the mountains. Yes, as dwarves, we must leave the mountains, which is always a horrendous aspect of dwarven gameplay. I like to be in the mountains. I'm safe here. I have forts to hide behind. I don't have to worry about anybody around me. I just build a bunch of forts and we're good. But no, it seems that we are going to be forced outside, which is okay because we're almost done colonizing everything anyways. So it is probably in our best interest to find something to do while we wait for our vassal to be annexed. We are 27.5% of the way there. And then once they're fully done, then hopefully we can continue to colonize down towards Gorbarad and then push up into the Serpent Spine a little bit more. Now we do have a government reform here that we need to choose between authoritarianism, republicanism, goods produced and female advisor chance, and virtues of the politia. So I was looking at this, and if we look at dwarven administration here, it adds plus 12 to the length of election term, so we don't necessarily need the yearly republican tradition because we're not going to be re-electing every 4 years. So I think we're going to end up going for meritocratic rule because this gives us more goods produced, and it's kind of like our whole thing is making a bunch of really good glass. So we're going to do that. It's going to help our economy out quite a bit. We then have level 3 for we can force re-election. We don't really need that. Sortition. Sortition could be okay for us, but elections only occur when ruler dies. I might as well just be a monarchy, to be honest with you. New minds. Random state will gain 5 loyalty when electing a new ruler. That does shorten the length of election term by 4 years. And elder wisdom. We get re-elections, reduce estate influence by 10%, and we get +1 random candidate bonus, but +4 length of election term. I think we're going to go for new minds and get our elections to be 4 years shorter. So now there will be an election in 1456. Though I have a feeling this guy will die before then, but that is a-okay. All right, so that takes care of that. We do have an expedition out, I believe. Yeah, it's a little low on morale, but it should be coming to a close here rather soon. So what we're going to do is prepare for our wars. So we have a couple of directions that we could go initially in the beginning. We need to go out into here and get control of the Bahar trade node. So we need to go to war with Marblehead. And we also need to go and take all of this. Well, technically we don't have to take it yet, but we do need to take it, and it needs to not be Goblin, which a lot of this is, and I'm not going to rely on Corvaria being useful and getting rid of themselves. Now, the problem is, this is owned by these guys. That's not an easy fight for me to do, especially because we don't even have a fort on this hold yet. We will soon, but it's still a ruined hold, so the defensiveness back here is really, really bad. So I think instead, we're going to go ahead and go to war with Marblehold. Now, I do need to start he-hooing the goblins, because we need to get rid of goblins everywhere, unfortunately, for our mission tree. So that is something we're going to work on. I can build a couple more troops here, so we will. How many cannons do I have? I have 1. Make sure that cannon is sent to the front. We'll build 2 more up for sieges, and then I will just build troops, infantry, up to max force limit. There we go. That should get us going. Now, we can initially have an election here. And it will drop our Republican tradition by 9, but we're going to re-elect. It's just the way it is. I may go back to Sortition at some point. I'm not sure that Sortition is a terrible choice for us. I know. Most people are always like, well, Sortition's bad. It's like, it can be, but it could also be good. Like gold. I like gold. Thanks for the gold. All right, all of you together here. A beautiful hold, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, we have lots of money, so let's go ahead and make sure that I am spending that. Let's build workshops everywhere. Yeah. Not here. Actually, yeah, here. I was going to fix the hold, but we have to wait till we have some more monarch points before we can do that anyways. Hopefully, with the expedition, we get enough monarch points. All right, so this should be a relatively easy war. They don't have the numbers to mess with us, and we've got this cracked general right now. 4 in literally every stat, which means you know he's going to die like 2 minutes into this war. Just you wait and see. Yeah, they have a 3-3-4-3. I mean, their general's also kind of good. That is nothing to look down upon. That is for sure. The goblins got some hands here. They got some hands. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to take in this war. But if I had to guess, it's probably going to be literally everything that I can. I don't see any reason why I wouldn't do that. Because we need to get control over the Bahar trade node. which means I need to own Akatbar, and the more land I own in this node, the better off we are. I would like to make our way over to Baharkand and release Abdel Tunger and make them into a vassal. Yeah. So let's make sure that we break our alliance with Azka Evran. I do not need them. Do not need them. You're allied to Jadari. I'm really not that concerned. They're far away. They're not going to do much. But I do want to make sure that we get our Dwarven vassal. I just think it fits well. And if we look at the missions, they can own things. Yeah, they are welcome to own these provinces for themselves. So maybe that's what we do. I need to own 5% more trade power there. Interesting. All provinces in... Okay, well, that solves my issue. Yeah. We have to make sure that no goblin owns stuff. Fair enough. As for the choking death, find a different path, and we get morale. I'm really hoping that expedition comes to an end soon. We've won the Siege of Akatbar. We'll lose the prestige. That's fine. This is hills. Pretty sure we're going to smash them, though. Yeah. Yep. All right. No more gobos. No more gobos to worry about. Sorry, goblin lovers. This is just the way it's got to be. All right. You guys spread out and get all of this stuff occupied so they can't rebuild anything. And then I'll take whatever I can that's in the Bahar region. Whatever I can. I'm really hoping we get a good amount of monarch points from this expedition, though. Because that could help offset any problems that we have. Great mushrooms. We don't really need the supplies, so I'm not going to risk it. No point to eat mushrooms you don't know about if you don't need the supplies. A mining accident. That's rough. Sorry to hear that. Not my problem. Sorry. Not my problem at the moment. Okay, under attack, that's fine. Oh, okay, we didn't get that. Going deeper, really? Okay. All right, okay. All right, so we're going to take these. We're going to take Akatbar. Ooh. Do I take something like that? It's 415 admin points. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that's fine. No, actually, I would rather have this. Because we're going to go to war with Baharkand here, and I want to make sure that I can easily take Fajabhar. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. Go ahead and give me some money as well. Cool. And no one cares, because it's anti-monstrous. All right, agenda of the diet. Shastundir needs a temple. You want me to subjugate Bersartanshis? I mean, that's a bigger task since they're allied to Elisna. Yeah, and that's a great conqueror, Elisna with a powerful mage. I'm good. I'm good. Let's start improving with Elisna because that is not an enemy that I would like to have anytime soon. I've got other problems here. There's the Diamond of Orlghelovar. We should have gotten this event a while ago. I'm not sure why it's taken this long. Well, when we vassalized Orlghelovar, this event should have fired. So, kind of whack. Kind of whack this taking so long, but better late than never. Faceted so masterfully that it seems to absorb and pulsate with light, this enormous diamond, also known as the Aegis of the Serpent's Reach, was the crown jewel of Orlghelovar. It is said to exert a hold on those who gaze into its depths. Whether such tales are true or false, it is undeniable that it has a storied history. As Dwarov was being forged, Orlghelovar placed support and handed the Aegis over as a display of faith in the High King in the Assembly. It was lost after Dwarov fell, of course, but was found by one of our loyal subjects and has been returned to us, its rightful owners. With the Aegis in our hands, our claim to rule the caverns of the Serpent's Reach will surely be uncontested. So we now have 2.5% production efficiency to the end of the game and 10 prestige. You need to go back to the colony. You're not meant to be here. Alright, we do have some rebels that want to pop up. Oh, we still have minus 25% admin efficiency. Yeah, that's definitely going to slow things down. That's definitely going to slow things down. I'll give you that. Give you that. Oh, what's our income looking like here? 22? Okay. Now, people did point out that we should be putting forts on caves, and I agree. I'm just not sure if that's worth the money at this point. I don't know. It might be before we fight... oh, look at that. 2. It might be before we fight these guys. Can I sell titles? No. Can I revoke land? Yes. Then I can sell titles again in a year. Benefits of an open market. Our re-entry into international trade and our capital's position close to the surface has brought many foreign traders from Bulwar and Ordia to our hold. Our markets and merchant districts now bustle not only with dwarves, but with blonde-haired sun elves, stern-faced Ordians, and friendly Bulwari. The volume and frequency of trade has become so great that a group of human traders have successfully petitioned to settle in our hold permanently, and already a cluster of houses close to our warehouse district have been remodeled to comfortably accommodate their new, taller residents. Okay, so we gain human and elven minority sizes, which is really good, because elves give more local tax and trade, and humans give cheaper development cost and more manpower. So that is pretty sweet to have. Let's go ahead and get a claim here on this guy, because we are going to need that for future wars. Okay, Shastendir has already built something up because it's very fast to do. Build weapons manufactory here. And we're gonna need more admin points in order to fix up Shastendir. And I would like to do that soon, but I want to make sure we don't sit on overextension. Drums in the Deep. We have Cave Trolls. I'm really hoping that this is the last event because we are getting a little low on morale here. Little low. And we do have victory, which we lose soldiers, but we gain morale, so that is good. Oh, and we get Learnings of an Elder. Nice. Well, we'll make you into a 666. How about that? Pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm just saying. Yeah, and you just make sure that you are ready to go deal with all of those. All right, Flocks of Cloakers. Have we read this one yet? I'm not sure. Essentially, these are like beasts that follow you in the dark, and then they attack from above, and they try and drag you back in the dark to take you out. And, ooh, we get rolled. We get rolled. We lose 1 morale, 300 soldiers, and 10% of our supplies. Hey, these guys really need to come home. Noble plot. Yeah, how far away from Miltech are we? We're pretty far away. We're going to go ahead and strengthen the government here, because having this low of Republican tradition is really, really bad. We can get a lot of really bad events that could really screw us over in the long run. So I'm going to invest the monarch points to fix that problem. Okay, this needs to be cored now. All right. We can't colonize anything till this colony is done, but it is almost done. So that is a-okay. Jadari wants access? No. Not going to happen. Mostly because I want to kill your ally. I need a... I guess we don't technically need a commandant, but I would like to have one. Cobwebs? Why am I allowed to get mages on this? Oh, because we are we have a mage estate. Well, that's pretty nice, because this is essentially... it's fire resistant. The mages take a small sample of cobwebs, putting them through some tests. After 15 minutes, they came back with the result. The crystalline structure is fragile and brittle, but fire resistant. Its chemical composition is akin to other silicates, dominated by magnesium and oxygen. With those tests made, they consulted their books and came to the terrific conclusion that the material must be a phyllosilicate chrysotile, a mineral of the serpentine subgroup better known as asbestos. Walking through it would have had disastrous consequences for our soldiers that could disable them until the end of their life. Yeah. Good thing we didn't just casually walk through some asbestos. Not good for the anything. Not good for the anything. We'll take a morale off Army Sky here. All right, and we will colonize the last 2 provinces that we currently can. I want to make sure that I am standing on my vassals' colonies. That way they get completed. Okay, we should be able to make a claim here momentarily. Cool. And I don't think his ally is going to want to join. Unfortunately, Marblehead is being eaten up by Bersartans just now. I probably should have warned these people. It's a little late. I can still warn Gelkalis, though. So let's do that. Okay. Well, as soon as Jadari will... Well, okay. Makes my life easy. Hey, you own rightful dwarven clay, and that's not even me being, like, bad or anything. That's right. You own a dwarven hold. We don't talk about that, okay? I don't want to see a single comment. I don't want to see one comment about what I just did, okay? I don't want a comment. I don't want my name in the Dwarven Book of Grudges for that. We just pretend it didn't happen, okay? It didn't happen. All right, so expedition returns. We get 457 monies and 152 monarch points. We can go ahead and put this into our manpower pool. And that should be enough to allow us to fix a hold once we are at peace, because can't do it at war. As for our Age of Unraveling, I'm not going to lie, Call of the High Seas might actually be the play here. We don't really need religious wars. Like, if we needed it, it would have been that last war. And we need to build a bunch of light ships. So I'm actually going to choose Call of the High Seas first as dwarves. As ironic as that might be. Sale of titles? No, give me the admin points. Absolutely give me the admin points. All right, and our hold is dug to the next level. And I can do another... Oh, right, we're trying to take Inno. Right. Innovative ideas. Well, I want to make sure that I have the admin to core and to dig this. So we're not going to click the button yet. I will go ahead and encourage development here. And as long as the cartels... Okay, the cartels are not super happy with us. So we're not going to develop our hold yet. So in the meantime, we could afford to build our thing, our ramparts. All right, we should smash these troops. Oh, yes, free 50 admin. Thank you very much. Go ahead and stack wipe those troops. Ooh, that's unfortunate. I'm not going to be able to take that this war. Yeah, because Elizna occupies it. Does Elizna want it? Oh, boy. Oh, boy. That'll be fun. All right, well, we'll just take what we can. We're not going to core this anyways. Take the money. They own pure ale. That's going to cause some issues. And we are going to release Abdeltunger as a vassal. Now, this is not in any state that I already own. So I will go ahead and grant them this province. There we go. Plus, I think it was a core of theirs anyways. No, it actually wasn't. They never expanded. Okay. So we could take Advent Tech here for textile manufactories. I mean, we have other manufactories we can still build. I'm not too worried about that. Ramparts. We're no longer at war, so we can fix that that hold. Let's go ahead and fix Vertical Scomdio. It'll take 3 years. That'll fix its defensiveness. Then I'll be more comfortable to go to war here. Let's start building a spy network on this guy, so that way I can steal maps of the deep woods. Otherwise, this war is going to take forever as I try and move through everything. There's some Eliznan separatists. Please make sure that you have a general. Please, please, please. Thank you. So we have maximum improved relations with Elizna. I don't think it's going to matter. I think they're going to hate us a lot. And they did take this, so I have a feeling we're not going to be the best of friends. Not going to be the best of friends. With these admin points, I think we take tech. Successful development. Nice. So Shastundir is now dig level 2. Remember, if a hold is at 40 development or any other multiplication of 10 that it needs, it will automatically dig. So we can't dig it manually yet. You have to get to a higher tech level and then you have to pay like 12,500 monies. But they can do it on their own. So that's now level 2, and that is very good. We may want to develop this up to 50 at some point, but we'll see about that. We'll see. Okay, so this is finished coring. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. Orcish slaver demands recognition. We will stay out of it. And then, once we have 100 admin points, we've got to do the thing. Hi-ho, hi-ho. More like he-hoo, you know? He-hoo, he-hoo. There it is. So let's go to racial tolerance, go to Gabos, and say goodbye. Did that just say Mithril right there? Ooh, man, the price of Mithril is going to absolutely tank. Let me tell you. Oh, hey, that's bad. If they walk onto their capital, then I'll go fight them. I mean, you should be able to take them on. You've got a really good general. All right, so religion within the Republic. I mean, I think we just go for... Oh, actually, I don't know. More expensive leaders, but +1 land leader shock? Recruiting generals reduces clergy land share by 1%. Huh. Interesting. Monthly war exhaustion reduction, cheaper admin tech cost, or all estate loyalty equilibrium +5%. If I complete Inno, then I can disable the clergy estate. and get more inno gained. That sounds kind of good. Maybe we just sit on this government reform progress and disable the clergy. I don't know if there's a mission that requires us to have that, but I kind of like that idea. So we'll wait. We'll wait. All right, so lesser mines needs to be developed to 10, 10, 10, yeah. All this needs to be developed to 10. Honestly, we're going to build a fort here, so here's your cave fort, because I don't want to get rid of that devastation on my own. At least not all the way. That'll take forever. Forever. Okay, so we're going to have to get a lot of trade power here, which it's going to be a difficult task. It's going to be a very difficult task. Noble plot, we lose its stability. Yeah. Our Republican tradition is still too low. Okay, there we go. That should make it stable. It's a lot of monarch points to invest it. A lot of monarch points to invest in. But I do think it's worth it. All right, truce with Azka Everin is up. We will go ahead and do a reconquest war immediately. Yep. You can work on dealing with rebels and the like. Not sure why we have so much unrest everywhere, but okay. There we go. Robber barons. I get base tax or production. I'd rather have production. Thank you very much. Production is key in the Serpent Spine. No tax meta here. We will take Diplotech, and then we will get up to there. We do have 3,000 monies sitting. How is my governing capacity looking? It's looking a little high. Let's at least make sure we have these on the holds. Yeah. Oh, I need to dig the capital. Yeah. Okay, so once we're out of this war, then I'll dig the capital. I'll save my money for that, because it might be expensive. You need a general. Yep, Iron Element. Ooh, 6 maneuver. Okay, you're fast. A Night of Blood and Fire. The animosity between the peoples of the Serpent Spine is ancient and storied, a tale written in blood and iron scrawled on the stony halls of the Dwarvar. The generations of conflict between dwarves, goblins, and orcs have created a broad and general distrust and assumption that the others desire nothing more than to kill and take what little each people have. Whispered tales of atrocities and glorious revenge are told in hushed voices to children at night to make them fear the boogeymen and raise them to rejoice in the ancient enemy's destruction. So the distrust between the peoples is reinforced and compounded, each side believing the worst of their foes, ensuring that conflict will continue to rage whenever orcs, goblins, and dwarves come into contact with each other. In the province of Orlghelovar, this atmosphere of xenophobia and paranoia has boiled over into open conflict between the peoples that live there. It is uncertain how the conflict started, but it quickly escalated into mob violence with armed gangs patrolling the streets, breaking into homes, looting shops, and killing any members of other races they laid their hands on. After a gory night of fire and blood, the grip of murderous insanity began to release the mob, and the survivors could begin to take stock in the aftermath. Houses burned, livelihoods destroyed, countless dead, and even more displaced. The minority populations are particularly devastated, and it will take years for them to recover if they ever do. Gain 15 devastation in Argrod 6, and goblin minority size decreases. Well, hot take, bad. End of sentence. Okay, Korea is going to war with neighbors. That's fine. Send you on there. Actually, get all of you on there. So you have 4 siege. And then we're just going to hand all of this over to Abdultungar. I don't need it. I would rather not have it. And I've got other things to spend admin points on. Alright, as long as we can just take the siege. Definitely give me more production. Thank you. Come on. I've got money to spend, and I need to be out of war to spend it. Thank you. Go ahead and give all of those over there. Shouldn't be a big problem. Yeah. Cool. Our vassal grows. All right. Let's go ahead and deepen the capital now. You should be happy with me. Yes, in fact, you're very strong, too. I'm sure that won't have any negative consequences at any point in my game. 2, 3, 4. We'll even develop it with admin a little bit. That's worth it to me. And let's go ahead and dig. We'll take 11.2 years. Do we have that spell up? We do. We do have the spell up. Let me go ahead and expand infrastructure here. And now we'll do it. Deepen the capital. 9.6 years. Any policies? No. Just want to make sure. All right, 9.6 years, and our capital will be lower. And there's the restoration of Orlghelovar as well, which completes the warding gate. The hold of Orlghelovar was once well known both for their mystical crafts and their key geographical location, bordering a dense forest full of capricious and devious fey spirits. The enchanted warding gate of the hold once prevented the incursion of the fey or their magic into Orlghelovar, but since the fall of Orlghelovar, we fear that gate is wrongly maintained or has failed completely. Even if the knowledge needed to restore the gate is already lost, we should take control of the hold and secure this point of access into the Serpent's Reach. 75 Diplo and military points. I need 4 allies. 4? I mean, I would ally other dwarves, but there's like none of them. Okay, we can at least improve relations with these dwarves. Man. We do not have a lot of good options for allies. I'm gonna be real with you. Uslar is allied with Orlghelovar enemy Goed. Why did Goed rival me? I mean, yeah, I'll rival you back. You suck, Goed. Who am I going to ally? Segdir? Yeah, I guess we got to do that. Let's go ahead and steal maps from these guys before I forget. Steal maps of the West Deepwoods. I need someone adjacent to the West Deepwoods. That may prove difficult. That may prove difficult. I don't know if this is going to be close enough, because I know it's not, but maybe. If I just believe hard enough, it will count. If I believe hard enough, maybe it will count. No. But I can get the East Deepwoods discovered. That's better than nothing. Okay, it's better than nothing. That means at least we can walk into the Deepwoods and then steal maps. Yeah, I'm going to keep clicking on that. In fact, I'm just going to get rid of it, because I don't need it for this episode, and I will continue to click on it forever. All right, so that puts us in a pretty good spot. Guess what I forgot to do? Guess what I have forgotten to do? I have forgotten to build a rampart here. So let's do that, because that needs to be super defendable for this war. Because they're no pushover. They have 46,000 troops. Their ally has 33,000 troops. And is this colony done? Okay, it is almost done. That is fantastic. I'm going to build a fort here in my vassal, because otherwise they're just going to walk on through. What do you mean next building slot unlocked at 10 development? Thank you. Okay. Castle. Because I don't want them just walking through here and getting into here. Bad. Very bad. So we are preparing for this war. No throwing this time. We're going to have a good war. Okay? A very good war where I don't throw for once. Glass to the Divin Hall. All provinces in the Megarius area are owned by me and are full cores. This one right here. Okay. In the days of old, the wealth of Orlghelovar allowed Orlghelovar to become rich trading only with other holds in a few neighboring human kingdoms. Sadly, we do not live in such privileged times. In Bolwari ports, merchants purchase our glass to sell it onwards in the Divin Hall, depriving us of profits we cannot afford to lose. Fortunately, the Bolwari lands just beyond Shastundir are overrun with goblins, giving us a convenient excuse to take control of these ports and their commerce. Okay, gain claims on regions I already own. New brothers, all provinces in the Bahar region are owned by me. Okay, well, when's our truce with these guys up? 47. So we do have quite a bit of time. We'll get a national tax guy. Go up to level 2. Actually, we could be running a level 3 advisor here, so we will. Ooh, we do have to go to war with Corvaria soon. But I want to go to war with these guys before Corvaria. That way I can take everything I need. Because I do want to well, actually, do I? Because I want to feed Abdel Tunger all of this stuff out here. Because if we look at the mission tree, they can own it. That's not it. The problem is, it can't be Goblin. So maybe we don't. All provinces here need to be owned by me, but all provinces in... Okay, so these we're going to have to take for ourselves. So we'll feed Abdel Tunger everything south of Balord. I think that's a good plan. We'll just give them this, like, peninsula right here. I think that's... it makes sense, too, that they would own this and not us. Though, trade. Again, hopefully they dig this hold, like crazy, because this should be their capital, and I'll give them more trade power that I can force them to transfer to me, and that will be good, very good. Go ahead and get that that ready and turn it into a state. I'm going to state up, and then we're going to have to turn this into a world port once we get some more merchants. But that is a problem for next time. I think next time we're actually going to be able to go to war in the deep woods. We'll take these 2 provinces, and I don't know, maybe we'll force them to release some nations, because I would like to nerf them a little bit. And then, who knows when we'll have to go to war with Elisna. That'll be a rough one. That'll be a rough one. But that's a problem for later us. That is going to do it for today. I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one.